everybody. You are watching the LFR live on WPBA Billiards on YouTube. This is the Derby City Classic. We are watching the final WPBA lady still standing at the Derby City Classic 9-ball division, Miss Pia Filler. She's had a fantastic event, hasn't she? All right, so she's just warming up. She just made a pretty hefty statement in the last round. She defeated Mika Immonen, the Iceman, 9-2 in the AccuStats Arena on the pay-per-view. So we are pretty lucky to have her back on the stream. I'm really happy about that. I was afraid that she was going to get stuck on the TV table for the rest of the event, and I wasn't going to get to watch any of her matches from my desk. So I actually do have a feature pass if you guys are interested in purchasing a pay-per-view feature pass. You need to go to digitalpool.com, check it out, go to the Derby City Classic 9-ball bracket, and you will be able to find the link there for the pay-per-view pass. Make sure to use my code LFR, and if there's any discounts available still, being that we're headed into the last day, maybe you will get it with that. All right, Pia Filler. She took a pretty heavy loss on the stream earlier. She played Tyler Steyer, the U.S. Moscone Cup champion. He played almost perfect at Pia. So I don't think you can do anything but applaud that. She took it well. There wasn't much she could do. I think she only had three ups to the table at all in the entire set. So sounds like she returned the favor to Mika. And she's got herself a tough match here in Jesus Atencio. Jesus has been all over the place at Derby City, but more recently, I think some of you guys are aware he had a really nice action match with Oscar Dominguez. He ended up coming out winner in that match. I don't know a ton about Jesus, but I know he's got a great stroke. He's the guy who makes that killer double jump that everybody was talking about. And so I think these guys are just warming up. The match hasn't started just yet. Taking a few racks to get warm, get acclimated to the table they're playing on. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We are dual streaming at the moment to WPBA Billiards on YouTube, so if you're not already subscribed to that channel, please do so, as well as to my personal channel, LFR Live. If you're not subscribed to that, please do that as well. On LFR Live, I do have a couple companies that I need to say thank you to. Bridgemate. You can see their logo in the left-hand view of your screen, and to the Billiard Buddy, which is a killer cool Q rest. If you're interested in either of those products, the link to purchase them is in the description on LFR Live for this particular live stream. And the WPBA, we share sponsors with the Derby City Classic. So as you can see in the ticker to the top right-hand corner of your screen, we share sponsors with Diamond, Aramith, and Simonis, as well as Digital Pool. And then Derby City also is using Master Billiard Chalk, as well as AccuStats Video Productions. I want to say thank you to Diamond and to Digital Pool for allowing us to stream all the side table action. So for all of you guys at home that are tuning in, please enjoy the show. We do accept donations. You can donate via your super chats on your YouTube channel if you're watching on WPBAbilliards.com. If you are watching on LFR Live, we accept donations via PayPal. That information is also in the description. So Jesus Atencio is pretty deep into this event. Let's see while they're getting around where they're at. They're in round 10 here. You've got Skylar Woodward getting ready to face off against Anthony Maglino. Joshua Filler, Pia's husband, is playing Moritz Neuhausen in the Diamond AccuStats Arena. That is a pay-per-view match. If you're interested in watching that, you're going to have to purchase the pay-per-view. And then we also have Alex Pagulayan, Billy Thorpe, Gerson Martinez, and Shane Van Boning waiting in the wings. So they're waiting for their matches to get called as well. So we're looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are we down to the final 10? It looks like we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is your final. I think so. I think there's fine 10 players left in this event. Is that right? In digital pool in round 9, it says there were 16 left. Somebody had a buyback. Yeah, all right. Pia Filler, she's killing it at the Derby City. Pia is also a WPBA player. She's sponsored by Predator. She is the winner of the Capital City Invitational WPBA Tour Stop this year. So she does have a WPBA win under her belt. She's also a WNT 128 player, top 128 player. So Pia won the lag. They're going to break with the 9 on the spot. They break from the break box. Hold on a second. I'm going to get rid of this camera, you guys. I'm not really feeling the booth cam today, but thanks everybody for tuning in, and we're glad to have you. All right, good action. I'm so excited. So listen, I've known Pia a very long time. I am a super Pia Filler fan. I love the way she carries herself. I love her pace around the table. She works hard as anyone I know. She is one half of the Killer Fillers, so there's that as well. How impressive. I wonder if there's any statistics on that. I wonder if Jerry Stuckart, our WPBA tech director and treasurer, if he is aware, I know he's really good at this stat stuff, if any woman has ever made it this far at the Derby City Classic 9-ball before. This is quite the feat. 500 players in the 9-ball division. 500, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so a great starting break by Pia. When I say she put on a clinic, put Mika in his chair, I'm not exaggerating. She played exceptionally well. It's just a great starting shot. All right, so I think this is fine. Is she going forward 2 rails? Okay, so that is the 4 on the right long rail. All right, so they're using the Aramid standard color balls with the purple 4. And so sometimes I get the purple 4 and the 8 ball mixed up. It's a little bit dark. Here at the WPBA, we use the pink 4, the Pro Cup series of Aramith balls. So it's taken me some time to get used to it. Yeah, Jacob. So, yeah, she played pretty exceptional. The score was 9-2. Pia. That was the final score over Mika Immonen, the Iceman. I mean, but just like, you know, her match with Tyler Steyer, Tyler played almost perfectly at Pia. I think she, you know, she handled that with grace. She got smoked. Everybody knows how that is. You just got to kind of, you know, say, good job, you played great, and move on. And basically, I feel as though she may have taken it out on Mika. Mika is a friend of the WPBA, don't get me wrong. We always cheer for Mika as well, just in life, right? I'm joking around, but she plays exceptionally well. All right, and she's going to have a break and run here to start this match against Jesus Atencio. have it, folks. Rack number 1 goes to Pia the Killer Filler. All right, here we go. Pia to break. All right, dry break there for Pia. Jesus has a chance to tie this match up. I mean, it's early, right? This is a race to 9. Somebody catches a gear. Like what we've been seeing in other matches, somebody's in full stroke mode. Well, both of these players at this point in the event are playing exceptional pool. So everybody out in the chat world, for those of you guys who are out there and you have access to your chat, let's see, we're gonna pick hearts for Pia and smiley faces for Jesus. Tell me what you guys got. Let's get some action in the chat rooms. All right, a little bump there. I feel as though he should be okay. I don't know if he'll have to play this shot reel first, or if he can hit it right in the face and it'll push it through the point of the pocket. 7's real big. That bump on that 8, that's bad news. Jesus has put himself in a little bit of a predicament. He might be able to reel first this ball in. It is sitting on the right-hand side of the pocket, so it makes it a little bit difficult, but he may be able to just throw it in with a little bit of spin. Just like that. Nice touch. He overrolled the cue ball a little bit, but this 3 may go in the side. I mean, it's right on the line of not really a great shot for the side pocket, but it's real close. All right, got lots of love for Pia in the chat rooms. Got us some hearts. Everybody got some hearts? At least on LFR Live. Oh, we do got one on the WPBA page as well. Show us some love, folks. Definitely hearts for Pia, smiley faces for Jesus. No shame. Nobody here at the WPBA is going to be mad if you think Jesus is going to win. It's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Hi, Mark. Thanks for tuning in. Nice shot there by Jesus. Got himself in line nicely. Two reels out of the corner for the 6 ball on the top left. So we had 4 ladies from the WPBA competing in the 9 ball division here at the Derby City Classic. Obviously, Pia is the last woman standing. April Larson, the grinder, had a solid finish. She finished in the 55th, I do believe. And Christina Tkach just got knocked down last round. So she's right in there. And Angela Janik, the Croatian sensation, she got knocked out late last night, but she had a nice showing here as well, winning a few matches. So I think we had a really strong representation of the WPBA at this event. We're very proud of all the ladies playing. Pretty excited about all of that. It's nice to, and it just kind of goes to show the level of talent that's competing in the WPBA right now. And we have 10 more girls that could have competed, been very competitive in this event. At least 10 more girls that'd be uber competitive here. So it was nice to see. I'm really proud of all the ladies. I've been following their journeys. So, Mark, no. He just asked me in the chat if I'm warmed up for ICB yet. No, actually, I'm going to have to stand up and practice for the next 5 days because I don't want to sit down again for a while. I've been in front of the computer screen for like 8 days. I'm exhausted. I can't wait to play pool, to be honest with you. So someone in LFR Live said, has Pia ever had to play against Josh in a big match? Actually, yes. I think Pia and Josh have drawn each other. I don't remember if it was a WNT event or a Predator event, but they have had to play each other. Joshua was not very nice. He just like made her stay in her chair the whole time. I do remember the match. I just don't remember a ton of detail. I just remember Josh wasn't very nice. He's a bully. All right, Jesus Atencio has tied this match up with a nice run out. He has made a ball on the break. I don't know that he has much of a starting shot on the 2. He may have enough of the 2 to cut it to the bottom right-hand corner. He's looking at it pretty heavily, so there's a definite shot. All right, so it does go. Good shot. All right, so he came a little short on this. Is he? Oh my goodness, I did it again, y'all. The 4 ball. I apologize for that. It's actually quite annoying at this point. All right, so I think he's in the window. He should be fine. If not, he may be able to spin around the edge of the 6 to get what he needs out of the 4. Nice stroke by Jesus. right, that a dry break there by Pia. She's gonna pay for that, I'm sure. Um, but Jesus is definitely taking his time. That's one thing I can also say about the format that we use at the WPBA with the mandatory shot clock. Um, I think that every lady that I've watched at the Derby, their pace has been consistent, timely, and deadly, to be honest. They don't overthink much of anything. They trust their instincts. They just really, really played well. Um, and it's been easy to watch the ladies because their pace is so good. They're not slow playing at all. And they're not making a ton of mistakes either. So it's not like they're rushing around the table. They're not. They're trusting their instincts. They're getting right back to business. And I definitely think that you can tell that it's just a really good thing that they play under a shot clock with the tour. Okay. Well, he's going to get away with that. Okay. I mean, he got the bump there. I didn't really feel like he needed the extra rails. I personally feel like he was fine doing the two rail to get on the seven in the lower left, but I'm not playing. He is. So, a nice shot. He just drills it into the side pocket. Great shot by Jesus. I know that a lot of you are familiar with Jesus. Simply, if I talk about the double jump that he made, and I do believe it was a Predator event, it was a great shot. He had lots of memes after that, lots of videos, short clips made about him and his abilities. And next thing you know, you've got tons of people posting their own attempts at that double jump. All right, there you go, folks. Jesus Atencio, the race is 2-1. This is a race to 9. Winner breaks format. They're going to break with the 9 on the spot. Cue ball in the break box. All right, so it looks like Jesus breaks from the left side of the break box. So, Finney, who's in the chat on LFR Live, they are not, it's not a paper rack per se. It's called a template rack, and it has little holes in it. And that's where you set the balls, and then it will allow them to have an absolutely perfect rack, no gaps in the rack. So it doesn't affect the balls in the way they break. It keeps them frozen together, all the balls. So it's not really paper. I don't know exactly what it's called, if it's like a felt back finish or whatever, but it's called an Outsville template rack. They are the official rack sponsor of the Derby City Classic. All right, so a dry break by Jesus. He has got another opportunity at the table. She'll just draw this ball to the right long rail. Good shot. All right, so she's going to walk around that a girl. She's taking her time, making sure she knows exactly where she wants to be. Yeah, you're welcome, Finny. Thanks for the question. That's a great question. They do make a couple different versions of the template racks, different makers. They have one called the Turtle Rack. The Perfect Rack is the official rack sponsor of the WPBA. Outville, as well as the Magic Rack. So there's quite a few. All right, so she's going to go 2 rails out of this corner, back out to the center of the table for the 7. Oh, she just used 1 rail. That was a much better shot. I thought she was queuing up with some right-hand English. An optical illusion. All right, nice shot by Pia there. And she's on the 9 ball, top left corner pocket to tie the matchup. She's stretching just a tad for this 9. And there you go, folks. 2-2. Jesus Atencio versus Pia Filler. Pia to break. If you're wanting to watch more of these ladies that we've been showcasing at the Derby City Classic, remember, we start streaming Friday for the Olhausen Iron City Invitational in Birmingham, Alabama at the Iron City Billiards. That's a pretty cool event. It's a 2-stage event with 80 players coming in. Stage 1 will be 48 players. 16 of those players will come out of Stage 1, advancing into the final stage bracket to face against the top 32 seeded WPBA ladies. We will start streaming on Friday, running through the finals on Sunday. So if you're not already, a fan of WPBA Billiards on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to that channel. That's where we'll be live. All right, Pia Filler to break. All right, so she's also breaking from the left side. She does make the wing ball. The 1 doesn't fall into the side pocket. Oh boy, looks like the last ball rolling may have gotten her. I'm not sure if the 1 sneaks in between the 3-6 to go in the corner, and I cannot tell from this angle if the 1 goes in the side. If it goes in the side pocket, that would be fantastic. Hi, Mark. I actually think you are in the WPBA chat. I don't think you're in LFR Live. I don't see you in that one. So you're fighting with the WPBA chat room. All right, let's see if this ball sneaks past into the side pocket. It's very smart move by Pia. She's got to get it to that end rail. Nice touch. I don't know if she's given him the window, but I don't believe that she has. All right, so somebody asked in the chat how many WPBA events. I think we have 6 right now. I'm not sure that they're all guaranteed. I think we have 6 confirmed, and I think 2 or 3 are sitting on the fence. We're just waiting on the contracts to be signed. And dates, of course, and things like that to be confirmed. That last season was a doozy, and I think everybody's just playing catch up, trying to get the next year's schedule figured out. Wow. What a good shot. He jump combos the 1-7. This kid jumps like a mule. I think it's supposed to be kicks like a mule. Sorry about that, guys. We've been watching a lot of pools since 10 a.m. this morning. I think I'm at 9 hours right now. All right, so making some decisions. Pia was probably happy to be playing in the AccuStats Diamond Arena on the pay-per-view because they are on a, I do believe they're on a 30-second shot clock in the arena. Hi, Kevin May. Thank you for tuning. LFR is me. I am Lonnie Fox Raymond. Thank you for tuning in. I am the host of this show. All right, so she's going to have to double up from the point of contact on the 1, aim at that point on the rail and go rail first at this 1 ball. Should be able to pocket it. I feel as though she's technically supposed to make that ball. That is a very makeable shot for Pia. It's okay, Kevin. We got you, bud. So we got, looks like the 1 may have at least half this pocket, if not 3/4. Should be perfectly fine. 1 rail back out to the center to shoot the 3 in the bottom left-hand corner. So the rail first on the 1 may cost Pia this rack. I mean, ultimately, it was a pretty fortunate roll for Jesus anyway. When he missed the 1, he left Pia hooked up underneath, or on top, over the 4, excuse me. It's been a long day. I apologize. I'm starting to stutter, I think. All right, once again, needs to bump that 6. Cue ball needs to travel. All right, let's go. Pia Filler, back at the table. Let's put the work in, girl. The matches are never going to get easier from here. I believe there are 10 players left, maybe 12. Let's check that out while Pia's working this rack out. All right, we're in round 10. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe there's 14. Hold on. Jesus and Pia, Sky and Anthony, Josh and Moritz, Raid and Shane, Alex and Roberto, Pius and Gerson. So I think there's 12 players left in this event, if I've counted correctly. 12 players left in the Derby City Classic 9-ball division, and one of them is Pia Filler. That makes my heart so very happy. She struck that beautifully. She can draw this back. Maybe 6 inches. She doesn't even have to draw it back. She really could just stop it and accept the shot on the 9, but you're welcome, Chadwick. Thanks for tuning in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3-2, Pia Filler over Jesus Atencio. This is winner break format, so Pia will be breaking. They are racking their own. The 9 is on the spot. Cue ball must be in the break box. 2 has to be random, cannot be the bottom ball. Just a few of the rules that are in place here at the Derby City Classic. Some of the other live scores that are going on around the room. Skylar Woodward is up 4-1 over Anthony Meglino. Joshua Filler and Moritz Newhausen are 1-1, and they are in the Diamond. Oh, it's Diamond Aramith Simonis Arena. Fedor Gorst and Billy Thorpe are getting ready to start. Raib Shabib and Shane Van Boning. Shane's up 1-0. Roberto Gomez is 1-0 over Alex Pagulayan. And Gerson Martinez and Pius Labutis are getting ready to play also. So 14. Sorry, I must not have counted Pia and Jesus when I did the counting. 14 players left. Pia does not have a rebuy after her loss to Tyler Steyer. That was her rebuy right there. Good break. Alex Pagulayan has a rebuy. Anthony Maglino, he has a rebuy. Billy Thorpe, does he have a rebuy as well? And Fedor Gorst has a rebuy. The rest of them are on their last lives here. All right, she needs it to travel, but luckily this 6 is right there. She may have left the edge of the 1 ball. I know the jump here is a little more difficult because you've got to get up really far and then land basically on top of the 1. So he may be able to swerve around and clip the 1, but I don't really know exactly how good of a jump shot this is going to be. The cue ball's potentially going to double jump. The 2 ball, we'll see. So, Fedor has his rebuy still, but Shane does not. Shane was defeated earlier today. I want to say by Moritz Neuhausen. Well, lost the rock there. He was going to have a lot of bouncing going on if he landed on that one, which he did, and the cue ball got lost. Now, I don't know here with ball in hand if she's going to try the 1-9 combination. She may. With ball in hand, it makes it a lot easier. I will tell you this, if she's going to shoot at it, she better make it. Like, when you get to this point of the event, how'd she hit it, folks? And she makes the one. Oh, no, it sits up. I thought she was going to make that too. I was like, shoot, nobody's that good. All right, great shot. Sophia, 4-2, is that right? I do not know, Nathan. Good question. If this is the highest female finish at Debris City, but I would love to know those statistics. And then someone asked in LFR Live, is there a prescribed number of rounds? No. It's so the way it works here is that every round is an automatic redraw for the entire group of players that are left. If you lose, you have one rebuy, but not everybody rebuys. Right now, at this point in the tournament, if you got a rebuy, you're using it. But not everyone uses their rebuys, so it changes from year to year. It's never exactly the same. That's right. Snaps to Miss Pia. Oh, she loses the rock. Jesus Atencio comes to the table with ball in hand. I almost feel as though he fell a little flat on this one, or this 5-ball. Oh, there's the 4 again. Sneaky little 4-ball. All right, now here, he can probably go 2 rails underneath that set of balls if he'd like, or he can just punch it in and come back across one just like that. I think those are preference shots. Some people prefer to draw the ball. Some people prefer to play it more forward in their stroke. Hi, Carrie Allen. It's $100 rebuy. It's $160 initially your entry fee. I do know this. $10, I believe, is an admin fee, so it's really $150 to the pot, but rebuys are $100. So you pay another $100 if you want to rebuy back into the event. Obviously, if you're this deep in the tournament, it's worth the rebuy, right? But in the early stages of the tournament, some players don't think it's worth the $100 to go back in. Some players in this event, they just play to get to say they've played at Derby City. Their odds of winning probably aren't very good. But so, it gets them the pass for the week. They pay 160 bucks. They get to hang out with the top players in the world for a week, watch all the top action. So that's an acceptable amount, but they may not pay the rebuy fee. Now, of course, a huge majority of the players are absolutely going to pay the rebuy. Yeah, so this event, they use the Aramith standard set with the purple 4, with the dark purple 4. With the WPBA, we use the Aramith Pro Cup Series, TV Pro Cup Series, and they have the pink 4. And so I tend to forget to look for the dark 4, the purple 4. I've been doing it all week. You think I'd have already learned. I've been sitting in my chair watching pool for almost 8 days. Pia does not have a rebuy. All right, so he did break the balls. 2 did not set up well. We'll probably play a safety. He could edge this 2 and bring the cue ball down here to this bottom short rail. He could also play, would be the left side of the 2 ball and draw the cue ball under the 8. So preference. He's got the 6, 9, 8 to work with over there. He can also just thin it, tuck it under the 4 ball, and bring the cue ball 2 rails down here. Oh, this has got a lot of pace on it. I actually think Pia can see this 2 ball. I think it may have a bit of a testing shot, but I think she can see it. Now, whether or not she opts to play at it offensively is up to her. She could also play a safety if she'd like. The 2 ball is not frozen to the right long rail. Oh. Oh, got the bump. How you like it, ladies and gentlemen. That's clean living right there. Come through there and knock that. And that was a good shot by Pia. Chadwick, typically, yes. They used to play all the way through from this point until the finals and even play the finals, but they're going to do the finals guaranteed tomorrow. So I would imagine they're going to play all the way down tonight, yes. I would absolutely imagine that. Oh, no, don't. It's dark in there. Woo! Well, that worked out nicely. She got on the 4, and she got a little angle. All right, nice touch by Pia. She got pretty fortunate there. Like, she's not going to have, I don't think she'll have to bridge too awkwardly around the 7. Should be just fine. All right, she wants it to slow down. All right, good shot. So it looks like she's got a really nice angle. It's actually quite perfect. I'm going to go ahead and draw this back. Nothing but draw here. Whoa. Man, her cue ball is just really on a string right now. She's just playing so exceptionally well. Her pace is easy to watch. It's quite enjoyable, actually. So she may go 2 rails out for the 9 in the left-hand corner. Initially, she was looking at the side pocket, but I like this choice to choose the corner. All right, she's just making sure she knows exactly where she needs to hit on this 9 ball. This shot to extend her lead. Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pia Filler, 5-3 over Jesus Atencio. You know, I'll take, we are kind of spoiled at the WPBA because we have wonderful video quality. I seen someone in the chat make mention. We were pretty spoiled, right? I mean, I think we have fantastic video quality now with the upgrades that we've made over the last year. But I am not going to be mad because without the work the digital pool and their entire IT group have done, we would not be able to enjoy this, right? We've never been able to enjoy this much action from Derby City from home. Derby was always that one tournament you had to go to, right? If you wanted to catch all the real action. And so what a blessing to have this. So shout out to Digital Pool and the guys there. They've done a fantastic job getting cameras over like 49 tables or something outrageous. Unbelievable. All right, everybody, make sure if you guys are tuned in and you're new to either of the channels, you're currently watching WPBA Billiards on YouTube and LFR Live on YouTube. So we're dual streaming to those 2 channels. If you're not a subscriber, please take the time to hit the subscribe button. It's totally free, doesn't cost you a penny, and then you always get notified whenever we're live. Denise, Pia is playing great. I love this too. I am so excited for her. I'm having a hard time. I'm just kind of rocking back and forth in my chair, enjoying this moment for her. I mean, she puts in so much work. She's just, she's pretty amazing, as well as all the top girls that play for the WPBA. But I think they're all amazing. They've worked so hard, and you can see it at every single event. The caliber of competition just gets tougher and tougher and tougher. And going into our 49th season with the WPBA, it's pretty impressive to say the least that I would say that the skill level of talent is probably the toughest it's ever been. That's just my opinion. I may be wrong, but I've watched pool since I've picked up a pool stick when I was 19 years old, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but it's been a long time. So uh, I would definitely say that the level of skill and competition at this generation of players is unlike any of I've ever seen. All right, so I think she's got to go offensive at this. I don't think there's any need to try to play a safety. She's going to cut this one into the left-hand top side. It's a natural to come around two rails. She can even just go ahead and let it loose and come around 3 and even 4. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just such a good shot. Hi, Castle. Pia did win her match against Mika Immonen, the Iceman, in the the Diamond Aramis Simonis Arena. She won 9-2 quite handily, and she played at like a 930 TPA. So she played exceptionally well, and she's just continuing here. She's continuing to play at a high speed as well here. She's pretty much played at a high speed the entire event, to be fair. She's played exceptionally well. All right, so this shot's difficult, right? And I'll tell you what she's looking at here. Is she going to clip the edge of the 3? Can she draw it to the right long rail and get back out? Is there enough angle on this 2 to do that? Oh my gosh. I love the way she opted to play that, though. It's unfortunate that she bubbled it in the pocket because she played that so nicely. I mean, she just played the bump into the 3 so well. It's really unfortunate. And what I'm guessing is because she had to bump into the 3, she probably just took her eye off the target shot just by a little bit, right? And that small amount of lack of focus or the loss of focus changes things by millimeters, right? We say pool is a game of millimeters. All right, so he elevates, jumps over the edge of that 9 ball. Good shot by Jesus. The 4 is at that top short rail of your view. So he really can just pocket the 3 and slide over to the right-hand long rail. Now see, this is a preference shot because he's going to draw it back underneath in between the 4 and the 9. Ooh, wiped its feet all the way in. That was like a bank shot. But I don't know that was necessary. The back cut on the ball would have worked just as well. There are certain things, certain shots that are, they're a preference or a feel. And like Allison Fisher has said to me numerous times, sometimes the right shot is what feels the best to you. And there is no definite textbook way of doing things. Certain shots are definitely right by feel. I had someone actually argue with me about that, and I was like, look, the Duchess of Doom is the one who told me that. Like, if you got a disagreement with that. And then, of course, the conversation comes up, and Allison is there, and I was so proud because Allison's like, oh, I think, you got to do it by feel. And I was like, ha ha. Take that, buddy. I told you. Nobody's allowed to argue with the Duchess of Doom. All right, so Jesus is setting pretty good here. He's had a nice little out, couple testing shots. Came through beautifully. He's no slouch, that's for sure. Look at this. All that draw. What a good shot. It's just so effortless, right? It looks so effortless. All right, so a nice high kill stroke. Beautiful stroke by Jesus there. Gets him on the good side of this 9 to shoot it in the top right-hand corner. Take back one of these games. The score is going to be 5-4, still in favor of Pia Filler with Jesus Atencio breaking. Fantastic out by Jesus there. Now, that is an old rule. Someone asked. They thought you had to use your playing cue to jump balls in this tournament. That has all changed since it became a WNT event, ranking event. You are allowed to use your jump cue. Jumps are fully allowed in this event now. So that changes a lot. I think I'm not opposed to the rule, right? But I enjoyed that about Derby City is that you couldn't jump. You had to kick at balls because the amount of creativity you would see in the 9-ball event was fantastic. Like you would see so many creative shots without the jump cue. But now that it is a World 9-Ball Tour ranking event, some of those rules have changed. All right, some of the other scores around the room. Skylar Woodward is 6-3 over Anthony Maglino. Moritz Newhausen is up 4-1 over Joshua Filler. Billy Thorpe is up 3-2 over the Ghost, Fedor Gorst. Shane Van Boning is up 4-1 over Raid Shabib. Pagulian is up 4-1 over Gomez. And Martinez is up 4-1 over Labudas. I'm guessing Pia has decided to take her break. So I do want to take just a second to mention the couple logos you see on the screen while Pia's taking her break. The BridgeMate, which is a bridging tool, they are presenting on LFR Live, and so we want to thank them for their support. You guys can check that out at www.steveryleprobilliards.com. And of course, the Billiard Buddy, which is on the right-hand side of your screen. That is a cool little cue rest made out of silicone. Absolutely phenomenal product. You can check them out at Billiard Buddy on Facebook or thebilliardbuddy.com. Very affordable products. Definitely cool accessories to put in your case. You never know, you could use them pretty much anywhere. And of course, you've got your Derby City Classic logo on the top left and all the sponsors of this event in your top right. That's running through a ticker there. Master Billiard Chalk. Of course, some of the sponsors we share with the WPBA, Simonis, Aramith, and Diamond. And of course, AccuStats Video Productions. And as well as the host here, Caesars Casino in Southern Indiana. And none other than Digital Pool running all the brackets and their team building up all the camera work and everything. So shout out to Zach Goldsmith and a few of the guys from their tech team. They've done a great job. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, guys. So Finney asked a question in LFR Live if the BridgeMate was legal in official play. Well, the BridgeMate is actually approved to be used here at Derby City Classic. They do use them in WPA ranked hayball events. BCA and CSI also allows them in play. I'm not really sure about APA and VNEA and NAPA, the other league organizations, but if you purchase one, you can always reach out to your local coordinators. So it is they are legal in world stage events and a few of the league systems and here at Derby City Classic. All right, so this is a good break, but he just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he made one, but he doesn't have a starting shot on the one. He can push. He can attempt to kick at the one. He could tie something up. He could do a lot of different things, but he can push in these events. We don't see it a lot because typically the players have a decent, at least a look at the one, but in this case, that's not happening. So it looks like he's going to push down here to this right-hand lower corner pocket. I cannot tell. It looks as though he may have just the very edge of this one. I mean, he had to get down and I spy it. So, you guys ever notice too with pool players how they walk around and sneak up on the ball when it's their shot? Like everybody does it. They sneak up on the ball. Like, all right, so it looks like he may thin it and try to travel the cue ball across table. It's a nice attempt, and actually, I think he has left just the left edge of the one for Pia. She's gonna have to work this out. Aw, thanks, Pat. Don't forget, guys, if you have the opportunity, it's totally free to do so. Subscribe to the channel that you're watching. Everyone appreciates that. If you're not already a subscriber, that it's totally free. It doesn't cost you a penny to help out. So hit that subscription button. It does help for us to continue to provide you with free content through YouTube. So if you could do that, we'd appreciate it. You can also send super chats. There's a little money symbol next to your chat box. For anyone watching on WPBA Billiards, that is definitely an option if you'd like to support the WPBA. There's other ways to support the WPBA by going to our WPBA.com. There's a place to donate. You can. There's information about sponsorship. So many ways to get involved. We appreciate all the help we can get. WPBA is the longest standing professional women's tour on the planet. And look at this, one of our girls, top 14 at the Derby City Classic 9-ball out of 501 players. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so she's got the edge of this one. I think she's fine to clear the 4. She just really needs to get the cue ball back down table. She's got to get it behind something. Oh, well, at least she left them very long and pretty straight. Doesn't mean it's going to work in her favor, but she's definitely made it, a little more difficult. Hi, Julie. There's 14 left at this point. Now, Pia doesn't have her buy. She already had to rebuy. She got beat by Tyler Steyer 2 rounds ago. And Jesus also is out of a rebuy. So one of these players is going home. But yeah, 14 left. So top 14 out of 501. So it looks like he can just draw this back a little bit. I mean, the 5 and the 4 are close to each other, so he's not going to have to do a lot as far as placement. Uh, you could just shoot the 4, go one reel, back up. The one thing he does want to make sure of is that he doesn't fall straight in on the 5, though. The 6 is tucked in just a little bit under that 9 ball up table, so he's going to need some angle to get from the 5 to the 6. He should just be able to stop it. Yeah, like that. That actually lands him perfectly. You see there, he's looking at the line through the 7 and the 9 to get to the green 6 ball. The one thing I like about good players that have routines is that you can see the exact, uh, you know, pattern to which they do things. And routines are super important in pool. Consistency, right? You have to do everything the exact same way every time. Like every single shot, and the routine is so important for consistency that each player has a tick of some kind, right? Something that they do specifically for their pre-shot routine. All right. Nice shot by Jesus. Looks like he's going to go ahead and just pocket this 7 in the side. I can't tell if he needs to go forward with the cue ball to the rail and back out, or if he can just kind of put a little stop on it. And it'll slide over. I can't exactly tell. I feel as though with these cameras and this camera view that they've got them mounted at, that the top of the table looks skinny. So sometimes I can't really tell exactly where they're going. All right, to the rail, back out. Great shot. All right, and this 9 ball to tie the match up. 5-5. Jesus, Atencio, and Pia Filler. What a great match. Both of these players playing at an absolutely solid level. So good to watch. All right, let's see what's going on while these guys are racking. Let's see what's going on around the room. All right, so we're seeing our feature match here at Pia Filler and Jesus Atencio are 5-5. Skylar Woodward is on the hill over Anthony Maglino, 8-3. Moritz Newhausen is 4-1 over Joshua Filler. Billy Thorpe and Fedor Gorst are tied at 3. Shane Van Boning is up 5-2 over Raid Shabib. Alex Pagulian and Roberto Gomez. Pagulian leading 4-2 in that matchup. Pius Labutis and Gerson Martinez, 5-2. They are 7 racks in and have only been playing for 30 minutes. Impressive. All right, Jesus Atencio to break. All right, so if the 3 goes past the 8, he's sitting pretty good, but he also may be able to go one rail back across to where he's standing to shoot the 3 in the same pocket as the 2. Oh, he tried to come under it. Ugh, it worked. He knows he got a fortunate bump there. I don't know how he felt about that, but it did work out. So maybe he can go under the 6 towards the 4. The 4 is in the top short rail of your view. He could stun it over or draw it like that. I saw the draw as well, but it almost sounded as though he miscued. Yeah, he's not real happy about that. I mean, especially because they're tied. Their match is tied up at 5s right now. I mean, that's a big mistake, a big miscue. Looks like he's probably going for his extension. Looks like Jesus is a Mez-sponsored player. I'm trying to see, I think so, based on his, I do believe so. Mez is actually sponsoring the Olhausen Iron City event next week in Birmingham, Alabama. All right, so a nice safety there. Pia's probably coming to the table with her Predator Air Rush. She's going airborne with this one. I'm actually surprised she didn't already have it together, to be honest. That she hasn't had to jump yet in this match. Nice attempt. She's going to have to get fortunate here to not leave a shot. It's not an easy shot, and I actually don't think that ball froze up. I think it's just a hair from being froze to the rail, but I'm not 1,000% sure, but that definitely, in my opinion, makes this shot harder. All right, so maybe he is hooked underneath the orange 5 ball. This shot always makes me nervous when someone's jumping. He's going. Does he slap it in? He does not. That ball stayed up, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't tell his body was in the way. So those types of jump shots when the object ball is so close to the rail make me very nervous because a lot of times players jump off the table after connecting with those balls. So he hit that ball really well to keep the cue on the table. He just wasn't going to be able to cut it in from there. That was a Very good shot though. He made a good hit. I thought he could see it, to be honest. All right, so what she's doing right now is deciding where and how thick or thin she needs to hit this for and what she needs to use to get that cue ball out and around. All right, so she figured it out. She's sitting pretty good here, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to take the lead again in this matchup. All right, nice touch by Pia. And here we go, folks. These last two balls. She's probably going to just draw this up a few inches. She doesn't need a ton of draw, right? Just a few inches to stay above the 9. To make up a ball from there, just like that. And it's 9 ball to take the lead back 6-5 in favor of Pia Filler. There you have it, folks. Few applause in the crowd. Enjoying that. Let's give her some of that. That's what I'm talking about. A little crowd applause for one half of the Killer Filler duo. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, you are watching Pia Filler versus Jesus Atencio in the Derby City Classic Round 10 9-ball. This is a race to 9. They're going to break with a 9 on the spot. The cue ball does need to be in the break box. The 2 must be random. It cannot be the bottom ball. Winner breaks format. The score is currently 6-5 in favor of Pia. If you're watching it on LFR Live, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching on WPBA Billiards on YouTube, thank you guys. As always, we appreciate all your support for our ladies here at the WPBA. Pia's having a fantastic tournament. Oh, she almost lost the rock. She did make a ball on the break, though. Although I don't think she remembered to score her rock. Oh, she did. Okay. So I just needed to refresh. Apparently my link is needing a little refreshment. That's okay. Everybody watching too, make sure you hit the thumbs up buttons. Subscribing and liking are totally free, and it helps us going forward, showing that we get good response from all of our live feeds, so we definitely appreciate that. When a potential sponsor looks at some of these live streams, which they're who help us continue to bring it to you for free, it does help to see that we have, good likes on our product. All right, so she's sitting nicely. Two balls. She can just go to the rail and back out. Just wants to stay above the three. So this is probably a bit steeper than she would have liked. But I do think that's the purple four on the right long rail. So she can just pocket this with a center ball. She doesn't have to do anything. It's naturally going to track towards the right long rail, come out, leaving her just a little bit of angle. She needs that to get back out towards the center of the table for the 5. I don't know if the 5 goes past the 6 and the side. So I know her husband shoots this shot regularly, and I've seen Pia do it as well. It's just some draw, and it's going to drag like that out from the rail. That's a really nice touch by Pia. They both execute that shot really well. All right, so a little flat on this 7. I don't know if she's got enough angle, and this is the shot that always kind of weirds me out on this on these tables because it looks skinny at the top side. If she can get to the left long rail and back across, that's a nice shot. It's just so hard for me to visually see that. I don't know why. All right, this 9 ball to lead by 2. Pia Filler. That's right. Nice run out there by Pia Filler. Great, great run out, actually. All right, 7-5. Taking a 2-game lead over Jesus. I think that Pia is probably watching and listening to the featured table match, which I believe is Joshua versus Moritz Neuhausen. All right, so it's pending approval. It sounds like Joshua has defeated Moritz 9-6. Joshua is going to advance to round 11. She's probably pretty excited about that. Happy for the Hubs. All right, Pia Filler to break. How does the 5 not fall? Bad timing, 5 ball. Last ball rolling may have gotten the 1. Jesus is going to he may be able to see the very edge of this one, but I don't think he can see enough of it to pocket it or to have any kind of clear shot. P needs to keep on keeping on. Tell you what, P and Josh, they're a fierce little couple. They're a lot of fun, too, if you get around them both. They're a fantastic couple, actually, but They mean business when they're playing pool. All right, so if Jesus is jumping and he's a Mez sponsored player, he probably has the air drive jump cue, which I know that Allison Fisher and Caroline Powell and Christina Zlateva, they all really, really like their air drive. They've got the air drive 3. They're all Mez sponsored players. Um, Heard wonderful things about the air drive. Oh, pro level. Thank you. Thank you. I will take that as a very heavy compliment to be even in the same conversation with Mark White. Thank you so much. What are the odds that Joshua and Pia match up in this tournament? Well, Steven, I would say they're about 1 in 12 at this point. Pia needs to get through this match first, and then the odds greatly decrease. Or is it increase? How do you say that? All right, so she gets there. Get the cue ball under this. Come on, let's go. A little more pace would have been even nicer, but that's okay. She definitely got the safety there. Good shot by Pia. All right, so this is a tough shot. Definitely a tough shot. He almost needs to hit right in front of the side pocket, but past the side pocket. 7 ball just seems really big to me here. This is tough. All right, what do you say, everybody? Emily Duddy is in the chat room. Say hello. What's up, Duddy? Right, let's go, Pia. You got that right. All right, so he's jump kicking after Pia played this safety. Oh, well, he gets the hit. Is he going to get away with it? Jump kick. Makes a hit. It's a great shot. Now, I don't know, being that just myself personally, I know this is very difficult to reach, to jump for Pia. Oh, this one's not. I thought the cue ball was a little farther forward. She could actually jump this and play a safety back if she'd like. She can kick at it as well. No worries, Emily. You know, you know if the girls from the WPBA are playing at Derby City, I'm trying to find a way to stream it. You have to know that. All right, so she's definitely working this out. She's looking at the kick here. She looks like she's trying to dip underneath the one and kick that one out. Is she going to make that one? Oh, great shot by Pia. Unfortunately, I do not think she has a shot on the two. As a matter of fact, I don't even think she may not even have the edge of it. She may have to do it again. She even played that rail first, right? The kick on the one. She plays it rail first. I was thinking she was possibly going to try to come underneath the one and kick it up table, but she was playing all offense there. I guess when the safety is just as hard as the shot, you go for the shot, right? It's always kind of been the rule of thumb. Right, so she's going to work on it again. Ooh, valiant effort. She going to get the roll here? She sure might be. Not, I don't know. They're both looking. It's very, very close. I've always said, right, that you not only have to play well, but you have to get a little lucky too to do well in a 9-ball event. And it looks as though both of these players have obviously been playing fantastic, or they wouldn't be shooting in the 10th round of the Derby City Classic. But they also have to be getting a little fortunate. And so all of those things are happening in this match. That's why it's so close, right? You've had break and runs, but you've also had great safety battles. You've had some killer cool jump shots that didn't turn out good in the reward at the end. I mean, it's just been an all-around great match. All right, and unfortunately, that did not work out well for Jesus. It was almost as though, even though he was spinning around the ball to get around the 8-ball to get to that 2, is that he almost as though he decelerated in the backstroke. So by the time the cue ball got there, it was already turning over too much. All right, so there's a combination. She can play the 2-5. Now I just know from experience here, if I shoot this combination, it's likely sometimes that the 1 will track over top of the 5 into the pocket. So she's going to want to make the 5, but the 2 not to fall. Just like that. What a great shot by Pia. This girl is playing fantastic. She's got to catch the hole. She's got to catch the window. All right, that nice little rub on the 8. I'm sure she's going to take it. That was a great shot by Pia. She's playing so well right now. I don't know that the 4 goes past the 6 into the top right corner. She's fallen pretty straight on this 3. This is tough. You can see the little smirk on her face. She knows this is a bad spot. Now, I don't know if this is something Pia would do, but potentially could she cross bank the 3 to play for position, or at least to try to get the cue ball back down table. All right, so it looks like Pia said, well, let's pocket the ball, track the cue ball forward, and figure out what we need to do on the 4. I'm not sure. Pia may be able to play another safety. She could play the cross bank into the top left corner pocket. It's tough, but oh, the safety is difficult as well. If she could find a safety, that would be great. I don't know if she can cross. It looks like she's crossing over. Looking at crossing over the 4, going 2 reels. I don't know if she can do that. If she can cross it, bring it back up table and put the cue ball under the 7. Let's see what Pia's got up her sleeve. There's a lot of options here, but nothing that seems like it just screams at you. Like, do this. She might have just did that, though. All right, so lots of distance there. Maybe not the lock 'em up safety, but from where she was sitting and what she had in front of her, that was a pretty good play. If Jesus comes with something, he's going to have to come with a good one. Yeah, considering what she had available to her, she hit that pretty well. Jesus seems a little perplexed. These guys have had a tough battle here. I mean, like I said, this match really has had a little bit of everything. Some rack running, some dry breaking, some great safety play, some jumping. All the things that make for a great, entertaining match. Pia's definitely grinding it out, isn't she? Ugh. Girl got nerves of steel today. All right, so he's going to try to get it back here, get it. There's a small wall of balls, but unfortunately for Jesus, Pia can see all of this 4 ball. She can make this ball. All right, so she's got to step into the line of the shot, do all the things that are required to prepare. All right, so she opted for the safety. And I'm not sure she was committed to that, to be fair. In my opinion, this is a free shot for Jesus. He can swing offensively at this. The cue ball is going to track naturally down table with a high ball. He's going to catch the gap between the 7 and the 9. Could also play as a 2-way. Although I don't think he'll play it as a 2-way. I feel as though he's going to stay offensive here. Really no need. Even though it is a little bit long and it is a cut shot, I think it's probably got better odds shooting the 4, cutting it to the pocket than playing some, weird safety. Jesus likes to spin the ball a bit. So he does hit the gap. Oh, no. Oh, that's no good. No bueno, Jesus. No bueno. He did hit the 4 nicely. Got the little bump on the 7, but it just wasn't enough. Pat Hickok says in the LFR chat, he fell into her trap. All right, so he's going to the air. Now here's one of the situations. See how the 8 is more than halfway past between the two balls? That means that when he comes up, he's got to land on the 6 to pocket it. And you take a chance of jumping off the table just like that. All right, so ball in hand, these 4 balls to get to the hill. The last couple of times that I've seen Pia, she has played better than I have ever seen her play, and all of her work is starting to pay off. As a friend and as a fan, I am very impressed by Pia. I'm very proud of her. I'm very excited for her. All right, nice touch there. All right, this 9 ball to get Pia Filler to the hill, ladies and gentlemen. And the break. All right, let's go. Pia Filler on the hill. 8-5 over Jesus Atencio. All right, what's going on in the room, folks? Let's check out some of the live scores. Fedor Gorst and Billy Thorpe. Thorpe's up 7-6 over the Ghost. Gerson Martinez is up 6-4 over Pius Labutis. Let's see who is going into and waiting in round 11. Alex Pagulayan, Joshua Filler, Shane Van Boning, and Skylar Woodward are all waiting for these matches to finish up over here. Nobody wants to walk into a pool room with that list of names in it. We're about to add some more here in just a bit. After these 4 matches or 3 matches complete, should be down to the final 7 at the Derby City Classic. All right. Wouldn't it be cool, right? Somebody said to make it on the snap. Be cool to have a golden break. Right, that's okay. No golden break. She did make one, but unfortunately she cannot see the 1 ball. Somebody in the chat room said they would walk into that pool room, but only to ask for autographs. Yeah, hide your wallet when you walk in the door, right? So at the moment, as far as buybacks are concerned, I believe Alex Pagulayan has one, and Billy Thorpe, Fedor Gorst, and Anthony Maglino. So I think those are the only people who still have buybacks. Everyone else is on their last leg. So Thorpe, Gorst, Pagulayan. So a long ways to go left in this tournament, folks, with those gentlemen all having buybacks. All right. Good. I mean, it's a decent push. All the pressure remains on Jesus, in my opinion. Pia needs to just sit back and wait for the proper opportunity. Nice shot. Got a little bump on that 9. But look at that. I mean, it's really going to end up okay. He doesn't seem real happy about it, but I would think if I were him, I'd be, pleased considering he did bump something. So, right. I think at this point, Jesus is probably just trying to give himself the necessary confidence to get back into this rack. It's a nice shot there. There's a lot of work left in this rack for Jesus if he wants to get out here. Yeah, it's probably going to be a really long game. I hate to say this, but Pia's pace and Christine, like earlier we were watching Christina Tkach, like the ladies, their pace is so good. It's just, it's steady, it's easy to watch. There's not a lot of overthinking, a lot more instinctual trust. And I hate to say that because Jesus is a fantastic player. I don't mean anything by that, but I've noticed that watching some of the guys, some of them are much slower than the ladies. I would have to say that some of that is has a lot to do with the fact that we play with a shot clock all the time. It's very, very common for us. All right, he gets there. It's just enough, but he got there. Great shot. He's had to work really hard for this rack, and he if he gets out, he's gonna have earned it. That's for sure. Never called the bank. No, I don't mean no disrespect to the speed thing. Just so everyone knows. Obviously, they all play great, right? I just feel as though a lot of times the ladies, once they make their decision, they just get right down and get to it. Right, nice shot there. What a great touch. Great speed. He's gonna, he can just stop this, but he can draw it back a couple inches. Doesn't have to do anything crazy. Just like that. And this 9 ball, the top right corner pocket to get to 6 for Jesus Atencio and the break. While they're racking, we want to say a special thank you to Bridgemate for sponsoring the LFR Live version of our stream this weekend and the Billiard Buddy. To purchase either of those items, the link is in our description of the video. And of course, a big shout out to all of the fans from WPBA Billiards on YouTube. You guys have been amazing. Thanks for all the support. I don't think we're done just yet for the weekend if Pia has her way with it. But Jesus Atencio is going to try to stop her in her tracks. Break for Jesus. Is it dry? It is dry. Now, fortunately for Jesus, the two tied up kind of funny. For Pia to get from the 1 to the 2 is pretty tough action. Ultimately, the 3-9 is definitely always just looming. That's right, everyone needs a buddy. The billiard buddy. Good job, guys. I don't know what Pia has available to her here. If the 2 does go in the side, if she can even track that way to get there, she may have to play the draw off the 8. Oh, that's not good. That could be bad news for Miss Pia. I think she had a real opportunity to play the safety on the 1 instead. Like, just take her chance at it, right? Play the stop shot, bank the 1 around. Just personally, like, I mean, put the pressure all back on Jesus. And as long as he's kicking, who knows what could happen. All right, so he's looking. If I throw this 1 ball in this bottom right-hand corner pocket with a ton of high, would be left-hand English, will I come off the rail and play into the 5-2? That's what he's looking at. I do not think the 2 goes in the side. I think that he's basically got to break it out if he's going to be offensive here. And I actually don't think there's anything wrong with that. You go for it 1 time. If it doesn't work out, then you try to find a safety, right? All right, so he's definitely playing this with some left-hand spin. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's dark in there. Ball in hand. Now, there is a 2-9 safety. I saw someone talk about it in the, or 2-9 combination. But man, getting into that window, well, that's tough action. Okay, I don't want Pia to overthink this. And I think the 2 and the 5 are the balls that are tied up. Pro level. Was it you? Oh no, it was Chadwick that asked. It's the, I do believe it's the 2-5. Yeah, this is tough. I know that Pia's on the hill, but I really don't want her to change her pace much. So she's just got to trust her instincts and stay with that. I mean, I guess she could line up and play that one with draw. Draw it straight back from the pocket. She could play it with a little draw here and slide it down the down the right long rail. Okay. Maybe a little hesitant. Maybe the nerves are settling in a little for Pia. Maybe overthinking just a little because she's nervous, but we'll see. She's looking at the 2-9. Now she could, I mean, there's just really nowhere to hide the cue ball. If she shoots at it, she's got to hit it. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I got anxiety. One time. Oh, nice try, nice try, nice try. Good effort. Can't tell here if Pia, it looks as though he's got the 2 ball. I think he's just got the perfect window between the 6 and the 9. He can't play it real first, though. The 6 definitely is in the way of that, I believe. Okay, someone said in the chat, meanwhile, Billy is up 8-6 over Fedor Gorst. No worries, both of them have their rebuys still available. All right, so there's 3 in the side pocket. Roll it to the rail and back out. Ooh. Sweating it, boy. All right, everybody, make sure that if you are new to the channels, make sure you subscribe. It's totally free to you. Doesn't cost you a penny to help us out. You are watching the Derby City Classic on WPBA Billiards on YouTube, as well as LFR Live on YouTube. Oh, nice stroke there by Jesus. All right, so one little wreck at a time. Jesus is staying in the match. Little mistakes by Pia. She's got to kind of put that back together, get rid of that last shot, last effort. You know, it's never easy when you need one, right? I've said this 1,000 times. You watch it in bank pool, you watch it in one pocket, you watch it in 9-ball. It's never easy when you need one. That's when all the worst stuff happens. It's when you're never on the right side of the ball. It's just part of the game. So you got to wait when your opportunities arise. You can't force the opportunity. You just got to wait for it to be. If it will be, it will be, you know, or if it's meant to be, per se. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus Atencio wins that rack. The score is currently 8-7. Pia Filler in the lead. Jesus Atencio to break. Da 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 da. All right, he breaks from the left side of the break box. He does make the 5 in the left-hand corner pocket. I can't see. It looks like the 1 fell. Oh, this is bad news for Jesus, who's jammed up behind the 9. He can tell. He doesn't like it. I mean, he's going to have to probably find a solid push location. Oh, scratching his head. Like, what do I do? Where do I push? He's going to have to push. He's going to try to have to fight the fight. I mean, you don't want to kick and accidentally not hit the 2. That's definitely not an option. You guys are funny in the chat. That is not a duck. That's definitely a fox. I see what you see, though. I'll probably never unsee it now, but thank you. I mean, he could push to a jump shot. He is a fantastic jumper. Oh, I'm trying not to breathe heavy. I'm anticipating so many things here. All right, so it looks like he has pushed to the jump shot. I mean, personally, I might let him have at it. Honestly, because even if he makes it, he's got a 3-6 combination. I mean, and he is favored to make it. He's a great jumper. No, Pat Hickok, it will not stick. No, it is Lonnie Fox Raymond, not Lonnie Duck Raymond. Thank you very much. The chat room is losing their minds. All right, folks, back to the action. Stay with the match, guys. All right, so he is going to jump at this too. He's hoping for a little fortune. And he's gotten it, really. The 2 doesn't really go, but Pia's going to have to play a safety. I mean, I guess in some regard, she could play offensive and play the bank on the 2 to the top right corner. Play the cue ball forward a little bit. She could technically play it that way if she wanted to play more of a 2-way. Oh, no. All right, so someone in the chat just said Billy Thorpe just scratched on the 9 ball to win the match. So the score is Thorpe 8-7 over Fedor. That could cause a small problem. She's got to get the cue there. He's going to jump this for sure. I think Pia's nerves might be getting her a little bit right now. She knows she's sitting on the hill. I mean, you know he's jumping this ball. And no question. It's only a half a ball, and he's a great jumper. Tough to reach. That's the only thing that really works in her favor. I would have liked to have seen her freeze up on something or bake it clean, like so she doesn't hit the 6. I don't know if he can see the edge of this too to play any type of safety. Yeah, I definitely think that he's going to jump. I mean, he has to. I truly believe that his skill set really makes it this the right shot for him. All right, so he's going to have to climb up on the table a bit. He does have to keep one foot on the floor. This isn't Buffalo. All right, and he's landed perfectly. That was definitely the right shot. Great shot by Jesus. He held the cue ball nicely in the window of the 3. I think he's got a real opportunity to run this rack and make this a hill thriller. Yeah, Arlene in the chat. I don't know. I didn't get to see it. It's just someone in the chat said that Billy Thorpe scratched on the 9 ball to win the match. He was on the hill, so the score is now 8-7. All right, nice shot into the side there. That's a really tough angle to shoot that ball on the side too. He hit that really well. All right, so the 4 ball, 1 rail out to the center. He does want to make sure he leaves himself a little bit of angle on the 6. Yeah, bringing it back to the center of the table is a good shot. Guys are pretty funny in the chat room. Watch the match. All right, so he can go 2 rails back out, kind of coming onto the left side of the 9. He can draw 2 rails around. He can come straight up from the center of the table, just like that. There are multiple ways to get on this 7. All right, so he's just accepting the a little bit longer shot on the 8. Also a little more cut. That's fine. Definitely a preference here if he wants to come around 2 rails to shoot the 9 in the same pocket as the 8 or back out to the center of the table. The 9 in the left-hand corner. Just went right by there, and this 9 ball to tie up the match, ladies and gentlemen, and Jesus is going to have the break. Hill. Here we go. Hill thriller, ladies and gentlemen. Hill thriller. Ooh. He's been sweating it. All right, let's see what's going on around the room. Let's check some of the live scores. Oh, Billy Thorpe and Fedor Gorst are still 8-7. Billy Thorpe. Gerson Martinez is 8-5 over P.S. Labutis at the moment. You got Anthony Maglino, Joshua Filler, and Shane Van Boning waiting for these matches so they can step into round 11. Looks like Skylar Woodward and Alex Pagulayan are getting ready to play on the feature table, the Diamond Aramis Simonis Arena. That's a good match, Skylar Woodward and Alex Pagulayan. Alex is having a good event here at the Derby City. Patience will be key here. He has got to wait for her opportunities, think clearly, smoothly, and proficiently. And Jesus needs to run out. So there's that. All right, he breaks on the left side of the break box. Makes a bunch of balls on the break. Oh, fortunately, the cue ball does clip the outfield rack and roll just a tad to our right side. I'm sure there's a massive amount of railbirds watching this. Looks like there's a bunch of bodies back there in the darkness. Everybody's sweating it, checking it out. I mean, Pia's been pretty impressive on her run through this event. So, win or lose, we're very proud of her. Okay, Fedor and Thorpe are 8-8. Hill for the buddies. They're really good friends. Thorpe went to Fedor's house to practice before coming to Derby. You guys got to see a little bit of that on Fedor's socials. All right, so he misses the 2. He's coming around. It's going to leak out. All right, Pia Filler has a real opportunity here. She needs to keep her composure, trust her instincts, and let's go. The window to get on the 3 is small, but I definitely think she can hit this. She can play this with a high ball, maybe even a high with just a tiny bit of left-hand English, forcing the cue ball towards the right side of the table. All right, she needs pace. It's got to go. Oh, I don't know if she got there. Oh, come on. Give her the edge of the ball. She, at best, has the edge. I don't think she has enough of it to make it, though. Maybe. Maybe she does. We'll see. We're about to find out. She might be able, I mean, if she's got the edge of it, she could maybe play rail first into the 8. We'll see. Yeah, she's in a bit of a spot here. She didn't quite get the cue ball down far enough. I think she would have preferred to overstroke that two ball versus under hit it, but a lot of times that's what happens. And in hindsight, we go, oh, yeah, I should have hit that harder. She's going to end up in a good position here. Does she give him the window? I think she may have given him the window on the three. He's going to sneak up on the ball. See? Told ya. I feel as though he can see all of this three. I truly believe that. I think he's just trying to figure out how to get position on the five. Or the four, I mean. I'm sorry. Once again, I missed the four ball. All right, so another safety by Jesus. It's going to travel a little too far. Whoa ball. Whoa ball. All right. Pia's had another opportunity at this three here. She's got to just find some confidence and she just really needs to keep working. Keep working. Stay in the moment. Stay in your routine. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. She's had a fabulous event. She may not be done yet. I'll tell you what, I never count Pia out. Pia made one of the toughest 10 balls you can shoot for all the marbles in a World Team Championship. She made the winning ball. So she knows how to handle herself in these situations. Atta girl. All right, so she definitely knows how to do it. I am talking. Blitz don't make fun. Chat room's making fun of me because I'm talking to the ball. Like, yeah, be the ball. This is for the match. I mean, this is important. I want to give all my energy to the players. All my good mojo. You guys all at home, send out all your good energy to all the players. That's important. Let make them feel the love, right? Both of them have played such an excellent match. It's been a really good match to watch. It's had all elements. Now I know that I know that that this is a very big moment. Um, but at the same time, I think you should continue on the pace that's gotten you to this point. Slowing down and double checking and triple checking and over checking all the things isn't going to make those things less inevitable, right? So I would prefer to see Pia keep her pace. She's playing the safety. She just didn't. I'm assuming she didn't like that she was, if she plays the combination into the 8, the cue ball's coming around 2 rails. I'm assuming that she just didn't like what could potentially happen after the combination. You do not have to win by 2. That was a question in the chat. No. It is a race to 9. This game for all the marbles. All right, nice shot by Jesus. This could be a match-winning shot by Jesus. No. No. Oh, brutal. All right, Jesus comes to the table with ball in hand. It's going to be a very happy man. Looks like Fedor Gorst has advanced. Hill over Billy Thorpe. Thorpe's taken himself straight to the buyback window. I promise you that. All right, so he does leak the cue ball just a tad forward for that 7 ball, but he'll be fine. Just got to make a decision. I like just pocketing the ball. I don't think he needs to do much of anything with the cue ball. Yeah, unfortunately, Pia had this match in her grasp probably about 3 times, maybe 4. Didn't just didn't quite finish it. And Jesus Atencio has got this 9 ball to win the set, taking his time. I don't blame him. I think a lot of people concede in these situations, but I like that Pia's making him shoot the 9. All right. Great match for Jesus Atencio and Pia Filler. Pia finished top 14. I personally, I see what she's setting up right here. I actually think I would have rather her played the combination and just swung the cue ball around and take what she gets. Just personally, I like that she's setting it up, re-looking at the shot. I think that I like the combination. And just play it with some pace, right? So the cue ball gets out and around and there's no need to baby it. She wanted to play rail first. I don't think she needed to. Anyway, what a great match. Congratulations, Pia Filler, on a solid, top 14 finish here at the Derby City Classic. Definitely top female. She earned all of that. She's pretty upset, and I don't blame her, but she still played fabulous, and I think in the long run she'll see how wonderful her work has been, and she will definitely walk away with her head held high. Jesus Atencio is going to advance forward. All right, guys, this is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you're watching LFR Live and WPBA Billiards on YouTube. I want to say thank you so much to all the fans for just hanging out with us throughout the day and just being really super supportive of all the players. Thank you to Bridgemate and to Billiard Buddy for supporting LFR Live. Of course, to Digital Pool and all the sponsors for Derby City Classic. I want to say thank you to the board of directors from the WPBA for having faith in me to pull off this crazy scheme to stream the Derby City Classic and show some of the ladies' content. And once again, we'll see you guys pretty soon. Our next event for the WPBA is going to be the Iron City. It's an Olhausen Iron City Invitational, an 80-player field. We'll start streaming on Friday next week. It's not very far away. Make sure you guys tune in to cheer on your favorite WPBA player. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you guys have a great night.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
The WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's